Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I hope to give you guys some inspiration. Hopefully you're drawing while you're watching this video, or maybe you're in art block and you haven't drawn for weeks. I'm here to save you from all of your art block problems. Today we're going to be talking about a bunch of different sketchbook ideas that you can use if you want to start sketchbooking, or if you want to get another sketchbook, if you have sketchbooks that you haven't used yet that are just blank and you don't know what to use them for. Me personally, I like to use a ton of different sketchbooks at the same time. Not a ton, I mean maybe one or two at a time. But I love filming sketchbook tours and I love having a completed new sketchbook. Each sketchbook of mine is like a new era. So these are a bunch of different types of sketchbooks that you can use for yourself if you want to start sketchbooking or get a new sketchbook. Let's get into it. Okay, so everybody knows this is my main sketchbook. Everything inside the sketchbook I always post on TikTok. Yeah, this is what this sketchbook looks like. Since I do post everything from this sketchbook onto TikTok, except this. Don't mind that. Obviously, I want to have another sketchbook so that I can just draw for myself, not really worry about making it look perfect, and just experiment, make things look ugly, whatever. So that's where this type of sketchbook comes in. Boom! Now, when you keep a secret sketchbook at home, or spam sketchbook, whatever you want to call it, I called it it is my spam sketchbook. Whenever you keep a spam sketchbook or a secret sketchbook, if you guys know Mew Tripled, she used to be one of my favorite art YouTubers, and she used to call it a book. she used to call it a book, and that's basically what this is. I mean, it's just a spam sketchbook for me to just doodle and draw whatever I want. Like, this is Winnie the Pooh, bro. I literally just take a pencil and just sketch, do whatever I want. Like, it doesn't have to look pretty at all, and you don't have to show anybody, you don't have to post anything that you make in the sketchbook. Just use it to experiment with your style and work through things, teach yourself new things in this sketchbook, watch videos, watch tutorials, follow along to other people while they draw in this sketchbook. If it looks ugly, it doesn't matter because you're not going to show anybody anyways. Yeah, this is what my spam sketchbook looks like. I haven't drawn too much in this one yet, but yeah, try out one of these types of sketchbooks if maybe you're just starting drawing and you just want to keep one of these sketchbooks just to get kind of good before you start posting. I don't know, but literally this sketchbook, you could do whatever you want in it. Literally whatever you want. So yeah, let's move on to the next type of sketchbook you can keep. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I'm whipping out the Strathmore toned gray sketchbook from my old 2020 TikTok days. Oh my gosh, there is no way. Yes. If you want to keep one of these sketchbooks, this was like one of my most serious sketchbooks that I've ever kept. Like, every single drawing in here I put like hours of work into. So if you want to keep a super serious sketchbook like this, feel free. I always recommend these toned sketchbooks if you do like colored pencils or something, because your drawings will always pop out so much from the page and stand out so much, as opposed to like just drawing on a regular white piece of paper. So yeah, but one downside of keeping a really good quality professional sketchbook like this, it takes forever to fill up. So you might have to keep this as well as a couple other sketchbooks and work on them for years and years until you actually fill up the whole thing. This one is still not filled all the way up, as you can see. I kind of stopped working on it because I got bored of these hyper realistic stuff, but maybe I'll finish it one day. And I did cut out a lot of drawings, as you probably saw. All the best drawings I cut out so that I could use for something else. I don't remember, but I really am so proud of this sketchbook. These type of drawings, I'm just so proud of them because I spent so long working on them when I was in high school. I spent hours and hours and hours on these, you guys. Now when I look back at it and flip through it, it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta put this much effort into an art piece again sometimes. See what I could do now. If I did this like 3 years or 5 years ago now, 4 to 5 years ago now, what can I do nowadays? Like, I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, let's move on and see what other types of sketchbooks you can keep if you're an artist to experiment with. This type of sketchbook is another very unserious type of sketchbook, but it's one that is kind of necessary for artists to like grow. I mean, you don't need to keep a whole entire sketchbook to do these types of drawings that I have in here. This is my figure drawing sketchbook. Figure drawings are pretty important for artists to draw. Super quick, 30-second to 60-second to 2-minute, etc. Very quick drawings of figures. So I just got a totally random sketchbook, and you see this is like a lined notebook. It's not even meant to be used for drawings. Basically, you just draw. If you go on lineofaction.com, or there's a couple other websites too that have a lot of these references, but I usually use lineofaction.com, and you literally just spam and spam and spam and spam and spam. You can do expressions, you could do bodies, you could do feet, hands, people in costumes. There's all different types of reference pictures that you can draw. If you go to art school or anything like that, you will definitely be drawing references or be drawing figure drawings like this. There's also classes that you can go to. You definitely have to be 18 years old to go. But yeah, there's also classes you can go to where there's like an actual model there and everybody draws the same thing. It looks pretty fun, but I've never been to one of those classes before. Wow. Yeah, this is just another very unserious sketchbook that you can just spam in, and this took me so fast to fill up, obviously, because each of these drawings only took me like 30 seconds to draw. So, and that's kind of the point. It helps with your skill, and it helps you get better, it helps you improve. So yeah, I always recommend keeping one of these types of sketchbooks. I don't really like spamming it in my regular everyday sketchbook because, as you can see, they look kind of ugly, and I do a lot of them. So I like to just keep an entire sketchbook for them, so I don't have to flip through a trillion drawings of these when I'm doing my sketchbook tours on YouTube. So yeah, a figure drawing sketchbook. You should definitely try it. Boom! This is another example of a figure drawing sketchbook, but it did start out as not a figure drawing sketchbook. This was just like a sketchbook that I kept for class when I was supposed to be taking notes, but I was kind of just drawing. Yeah. These are all so cute. Oh my gosh, I love this drawing. Yeah, this is when I was like in my art history class, like bored. Oh, here's some math. And then eventually the sketchbook turns into a figure drawing sketchbook. These ones I probably took more than 30 seconds to do, obviously, as you can see, because this is like colored and stuff, but I think they turn into, yeah, 60 seconds, 60 seconds, 60, 60. Oh, now it gets to 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Boom. 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 I don't know, something about these type of sketchbooks, it's like so artistic and it's so satisfying to look back on, even though these drawings kind of suck. You know? There's another example of a figure drawing sketchbook. It can literally be anything, like any sketchbook that you don't want to use, any sketchbook that you started but you kind of hate and you don't feel like filling the rest of it up. Just draw like 60 to 30 second drawings to 15 second, 10-second drawings even. You can do this type of drawing to fill up the rest of the sketchbook that you don't really like. Even though this drawing, these are so cute, like, oh my gosh. Now that I look back on these, oh my gosh, they're so freaking cute, wow. Next type of sketchbook that you can keep if you are an artist and want to experiment with your art style. What is on my desk? Ew. This is one of my old sketchbooks. I did do a sketchbook tour of this on YouTube if you guys want to check it out. Basically, what this sketchbook is a sketchbook that's completely out of order. Like, I think the first page that I did was in the middle somewhere. And each time I filled out a spread, I just like flipped to a completely random page and filled it out. This is like a terrible quality sketchbook. I think I got it from Walmart or something like that. And I decided to just kind of go crazy and I glued a lot of things in here, taped a lot of things in here, experimented a lot, as you can see, used a ton of different art supplies and just experimented with everything. And yeah, just a bunch of randomness. This is just an out of chronological order type of a sketchbook. OMG. But I love this sketchbook so much, even though it's so like ugly and it's so freaking messy and like nobody will probably understand it when they look at it. But I think it's really artistic for some reason. And I remember where I was like when I drew each of these little things. Like I was in my brother's room when I drew this. These are like song lyrics. Oh, who is she? Oh my gosh. I haven't looked at this sketchbook in so long. Look at these Animal Crossing stickers. That is so cutesy. Anyways, yeah, I think if you're experimenting with your art style and you're still trying to find out what your actual style is, keeping a crazy, out of order, messy, disgusting, gross sketchbook like this can definitely help you to find your art style and figure out what you actually want to do with your art, you know? And then when you flip back, you're like, what is on the next page, actually? I kind of forget like where everything is and all the drawings that I actually drew in here. Usually with my regular everyday sketchbooks, I just draw in order and I memorize like what's on each page and what comes after what and everything. But this one, it's so exciting to flip through. I don't know, because you never know what to expect. So I definitely recommend keeping an out of order, crazy sketchbook if you're trying to find what your art style is. Okay, another type of sketchbook that you should be keeping if you are an artist is a travel sketchbook. Look at this cute, tiny little sketchbook. I love this sketchbook so much. Usually only draw with graphite in here, with pencil, but I take this sketchbook with me everywhere that I go. I just throw it in my bag, and sometimes when I'm bored, I'm out by myself, I'm sitting in my car or something, just kind of chilling, I just feel like drawing. This is a picture of this highway that I used to live under when I lived with roommates, and I was just sitting in my car in the parking lot and I drew under this highway. I kind of like this drawing. Yeah, so I just this was in my anime phase. I was watching Death Note or something, I think. You should always keep a sketchbook with you just in case you don't feel like being on your phone. You know, every once in a while when you're out and about, just like get off your phone, or sometimes you can be on your phone, look on Pinterest while you're out and draw something. Like this is what I was doing here. I think I was on break at work and I just used the sketchbook to draw while I was on break really quick, just to like relax, get my mind off things or whatever. And yeah, I barely filled out anything in this sketchbook. As you can see, I started this in 2023. So these type of sketchbooks also, I mean, it depends on who you are. If you travel a lot or you're like always out and about, having one of these sketchbooks can maybe just make you draw more than you usually do. But when I'm drawing, I'm inside at my desk right here, drawing for TikTok or something. But so these type of sketchbooks usually take me a while to fill up. But yeah, and even if you like go on vacation or something, you could take one of these sketchbooks with you, fill it out while you're on vacation, and you know, when you're looking back at your drawings, it will really make you remember all the memories and everything, you know? I love sketchbooks so much, like, I don't know. Anyways, let's go to the next type of sketchbook that you should be keeping if you're an artist. Okay, so next up, we also have another tiny, mini, little sketchbook. How cute is this? Okay, so this sketchbook has also been seen in my TikToks, but what I want to say though is at first, this sketchbook started out just being a sketchbook for mini portraits, okay? Because portraits were the thing that I was really working on at the time. I think I ripped out a lot of these portraits. Y'all have probably seen them on my Instagram though. I did like maybe like 4 or 5 of these like realistic portraits. This one's like halfway finished. But I was gonna fill up this whole sketchbook with just portraits of people's faces, like realistic little mini portraits, and that would have been so cute, huh? That would have been so cute, huh? If I had this little tiny little sketchbook filled with just portraits. But no, I kind of gave up on that idea. I'm not sure why I gave up on that idea, but then it turned into this sketchbook is just a sketchbook that I use to draw only from imagination. So I don't use any references, I don't look at Pinterest, I don't do none of that. I just kind of draw whatever comes to my mind. I haven't drawn in the sketchbook in a hot second though. I kind of forgot this sketchbook existed. I should probably get back into doing this because I think this is a really good idea to like just draw from your imagination, random little doodles. I think it's good to have a balance of drawing with reference and without a reference. So yeah, there's a bunch of these random freaking doodles. I don't know. And then it turned into Pokemon. So yeah, I usually just use this sketchbook for my art challenges, but I don't use a reference for these Pokemon. So if you guys don't know, I do this art challenge where I draw Pokemon based on only their name and I don't look at a picture. This is the real Flaffy and this is the Flaffy I came up with in my mind. Yeah, so I mean, I guess this also goes with Pancham. This also goes with the idea where, you know, only drawing from your imagination, because these are from my imagination. I think these are so fun. And then I just kind of did random stuff. What was I doing? I don't remember. Some more Pokemon, and yeah. So this is just kind of like my art challenge sketchbook, but also drawing without a reference. So it's obviously gonna be ugly, but you know, it's good for your creative mind to get balance of everything. You know, just don't always be drawing the same exact thing over and over again. If once you get into a routine and you get really good at something, don't just keep doing what you're good at. Always keep experimenting and trying new things and doing things that aren't perfect. You know, that's how you get good at everything. That's how you become a balanced artist. Okay, let's move on to the next sketchbook. Okay, so this is the last type of sketchbook that I'm gonna be telling you guys about. Another TikTok sketchbook. This sketchbook also, you guys probably know if you know me. Girl, another sketchbook where a lot of these drawings are on TikTok, but at the same time, while I was keeping this sketchbook, I was working on this one at the same exact time. Now this one I did post to TikTok at the time. It's not quite the same as this sketchbook. You know, this is my spam sketchbook. I don't post anything in this sketchbook. I just kind of use it like right before bed. I just take a pencil and just like doodle instead of like being on my phone or whatever before bed. This one though, I was actually trying to like make the drawings good somewhat, but I was just trying not to feel too much pressure to make the drawings absolutely perfect. Like I do have a lot of ugly pages in here like this, for example. At the time, I kind of really needed to be messy in my sketchbook to find out like what I really wanted to do. I don't know, I can't explain it. I didn't really know my art style back then. I was still kind of experimenting a little bit, so I just needed this sketchbook to still try and make good drawings, but also not be scared of making an ugly spread, you know? So if you want to make a spam or a secret sketchbook or something like that, you can still make it look pretty, but it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect and flawless, you know, like a TikTok sketchbook or something like that. So yeah, and a lot of good drawings did come out of this sketchbook too. I have posted some of the drawings in here. I think I definitely posted this one. What is that? Anyways, girl, my reaction when I see that drawing that I just did, my actual reaction to this drawing, yeah, anyways. Oh, this is so cute. I forgot about all these drawings. Oh my gosh, wow. I'm actually so talented. It's crazy. Wow, okay. Okay, wow. Life is so crazy like that. Anyways, guys, so I hope this video gave you a little bit of inspiration to start a new sketchbook, to start a second sketchbook, a third sketchbook, a fourth sketchbook, whatever. Gave you some inspiration to experiment more with your art style. If you don't know what your art style is, just do every style in one sketchbook. Just be messy, be crazy, be a crazy artist, girl. You know, artists are always crazy, like Van Gogh or whatever the heck. He was probably crazy. He got his ear off, something like that. I don't know. I was drawing while I was in my art history class, okay? You can't blame me for not knowing about Van Gogh, okay? All I know is he cut his ear off. But girl, be crazy. Be Delulu, girl. Be Delulu, girl boss. I promise it's okay to be Delulu in your own sketchbook. You don't have to post it. You don't have to post it. You can make another sketchbook to post those drawings in, but you don't have to post every single piece of art that you ever do ever. But if you are gonna do art, I would recommend posting at least some of what you do, you know, to actually get recognized as an artist in society, like, you know what I'm saying? But art should never stress you out, girl. It should always be fun, and you don't have to post every single piece of art that you do. And you should always keep a balance between terrible art and amazing art that you do. So I love you, girl. Thank you so much for watching my video, girl, and stay Delulu, girl. Bye. Boom. Ow.